welcome everybody to another edition of Anime SHIYOU. Let's anime SHIYOU. It's that up there. Ow, 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 because I'm hitting the top of the screen. Doesn't matter. Checking my mic. My mic is all the way in the green and yellow. I hope you guys can hear me. Welcome everybody in chat. I see we have Amber and Stuka. I'm sure we'll get some more people coming in. Hey there, chat people. Hey there, you lurkers in the stream. I know you're out there. I can see you. We're watching. We got drones everywhere. No, we don't. But it sounds good, doesn't it? All right, so welcome everybody to yet another episode of, again, Anime SHIYOU. Let's Anime. This is episode 25. It is January the 15th. Here on the west coast of the United States, it's January the 16th for all of you people who mysteriously live in the future. I know there are some of you there. Jay, hi there, Jay. Yes, thank you. Applause everywhere. I hope you guys can hear me. Let me know just in case something's up with the audio. I can make some changes, but so far I have green. I'm green. I'm all green. I'm green all the way. However that works. We've got green. Anyway, yeah. So. We're at episode 25, with 25 episodes since we started back in, I think it was May was the first one. So I'm kind of happy we're tooling right along. We're at the quarter century mark. It's not quite the quarter century, but you know what I mean. Quarter, 25, 100, right? Quarters. Anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about. I hope you do. I know what I'm talking about. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, that's okay, because you can probably tell me and I will learn from the matter. So episode 25, once again, as I've done before, if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead, subscribe, hit the subscribe button. Looking good. Oh, thank you, Amber. There, I think I look better with the little eyebrow thing. Anyway, sorry guys. What was I saying? Yes, episode 25. If you haven't subscribed yet and you want to subscribe, hit the little button that's down in there somewhere on YouTube, and then click the bell. Ding my bell. You can ring my bell. Anyway, ring the bell and you'll be notified of stuff that's going to come up, upcoming streams, anything else that I happen to post on the channel will show up, and I think the bell will ding you and send you a notification. So that is fantastic. And as usual, again, as we do every single week, except for a couple times where I didn't get a chance to go, but yet again, we are, well, not sponsored. And yeah, you know, I'm looking out on, they still have the holiday cups. So this is kind of cool, right? That's kind of Christmassy, sort of. Well, wintry. Anyway, so once again, not quite brought to you, but they have provided my beverages for the evening. So again, the Starbucks store 371, which is just up the street from me, nearby. They're in Washington State, Silverdale, Washington, to be exact. So 371. If you know where that is, or you want to go there, tell them I sent you. Tell them Ace sent you. It's how they know me. But anyway, so I've got my beverage for the evening. It's a blonde vanilla latte. We'll take a quick swig of that. And of course, we have food to eat. It is, of course, the Choco Cornet, chocolate croissant right in there, as you can see. Because, you know, we have little Remy. It's her favorite. And of course, since we did bring out that sticker, we have to show Arisa. Yay, Arisa, the great and powerful Arisa. And, you know, I think I told you guys, I had the little keychain. I finally broke out the other one, the acrylic one. That looks really cool, doesn't it? Look at that. Check that out. Really cool. It's got the little key thing there. Look at the little cutie. And along with that one there. So I got those two. And so much fun. I don't know that I'll actually put them on anything. I'm thinking about it. Probably put it on my backpack or something like that. Right there on the little key fob. The zipper. One of the zippers. And of course, I am decked out as I should be. I have my little lanyard. I've got, let's see, my poppin'party t-shirt and the towel, requisite towel. There we go. Yay! So we are all set to go. And having said all that, we are, of course, despite Starbucks being so kind in providing me with beverages and eats for the evening. We are not, of course, still not sponsored by Bushiroad, the creators of the Bang Dream project. Although that would be nice, wouldn't it? Yeah, so the Starbucks is not officially sponsoring us, but they have allowed me to actually use their name or that particular store name to talk about on stream. So it's not quite a sponsorship. It's sort of free press, free publicity for them. But we are, as I said, we are not ex-dame. We are not sponsored by Bushiroad, although that would be nice one day. And the other thing that we're not sponsored by is... Okay, I'm not going to subject you to that, at least very much. So no, I will refrain from that. So let's get to. So we've got some stuff that we're gonna do tonight. We've got the AMA corner coming up a little bit later. Ask me anything. I'm gonna open it up to chat to all you folks out there. Anybody else? I might keep an eye on my Twitter feed in case somebody's sending questions from that venue, but we will see. So that's going to come up a little bit later. Get some questions ready. If you have anything you want to ask me, you can ask me anything. We'll get to that just a little bit. We're just going to touch on a couple of small things, touching a little bit of some Bandori, some Maho appreciation, and do a really quick thing on some anime, and then we'll open it up to the AMA. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So having said that, let's get started with some Bandori. Here we go. Yes, and of course, as usual, you just let that flow through your pores. It clears you out. It detoxes you. It elevates your levels of everything. It just kind of keeps you nice and sane and quiet. But in order to top it off, the topping, of course, is our Zen moment. So let's have our Aimi Zen moment. Here we go. Yes, of course, Aimi and her snot bubble. You just can't sleep without one. All right, let's get down to some Bandori funness. Bandori goodness. Let's do some countdowns. All right, so right now we have 60 days until Bang Dream Dreamer's Best compilation album comes out middle of next month, and then we have 74 days until Morphonica's 4-single Fly with the Night comes out at the end of March. And it's 126 days until the Roselia Live, the episode of Roselia 2-day concert at Fuji Q Highlands venue. And that's going to be in May, the 21st and 22nd. That should be a lot of fun. And then it looks like, I think they announced this a little bit ago. I think it was at the end of the year. One of the announcements was basically Reza Sweeland looks like they're on the warpath with concerts in 2022, as I'm sure you guys know. So we're counting them down. Repaint is their next upcoming concert, and that's in 23 days on the 7th of February, and they're featuring guest band Fear Loathing in Las Vegas, which is really an odd name for a band. I don't know anything about them. I've read the book Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas by Hunter S. Thompson. I've seen the movie. Very, very weird. I'll say that. I'll leave it at that. If it's something that you're interested in, go check it out. It's a very strange book and a very strange, equally strange movie. Would I recommend it? It depends. Check it out. See if it's something that vibes with you, and if it does, go for it. All right. So, and then the next one that Roz is doing is a joint live. Roz and Morphonica is going to be Mythology 2, a sequel to Mythology, which was last year, which was their joint concert. That's going to be in June 18th. So there's 154 days before that. And then the next day, the 19th, is a Roz live called Overkill. So 155 days until that. So looks like Roz is, again, on the warpath. They're just live after live after. There's 3 lives and I've not yet heard of anything yet. Although I'm sure I'll find something pop up on my Twitter feed or elsewhere of any other live concerts or live performances from the other bands, whether Poppin'party or whatnot. At least that I am aware of. So if you've heard something, throw it up there. Let me know. I will double check. I may not have heard of something coming up, but so that's what we've got going on. Roz, three. That's three. That's a hat trick of concerts there. Yeah, according to my script here. So let's see. And of course, in terms of countdown, it's been 16 days since we had a Jennifer Chan sighting. Of course, if you guys remember Fever 13, there's Jennifer Chan right there in the lower right-hand corner of the screen. Yeah, so all hail Jennifer Chan, right? Because, you know, Jennifer Chan is pretty cool. I just got reminded, just thinking of the, looking at my notes for Imy's Moment of Zen. Imy's one-man live is actually, I just saw this on my feed earlier today, or was it yesterday? They're streaming her live, her one-man, the I Mean It live. Of course, you know, since we mentioned it, there's that plush toy. So the I Mean It, Imy's one-man live is streaming. I think it's Pia Live. It's the streaming folks who, I think it's the same one who did the first mythology with Morphonica, and I think it was Roz, and also the beginning concert, which was the joint concert between Poppin'party and Roselia today. Again, that was that October, November, right, a couple months ago. So I think they did that live, and I want to say it's about 30 or 3,600 yen. I will find the link for those tickets if you are interested. It started streaming the 15th today here, so it would have been started yesterday, and I think it's until 11:59 p.m. or 23:59 military time on the 23rd, I want to say, of January. So just another short window of time there before it runs out. So if you are interested, and if you want to see, I've heard good things about her live. I heard it was a lot of fun, great show, great performance from Imy, of course. She put a lot of work in it, or you know, put in her heart and soul into that performance. So I've heard some good stuff. If you want to see it, go check it out. I'm not sure if I am. Depends on budget. I have to look at that. And if I do happen to jump in and check out that concert before the stream time is complete or closes, I will let everybody know and give you my thoughts for that. But since we did bring up the Imy plush, which is really cute, and I think it was sold, or it is part of the merchandise for the for her concert. You mean we've got an Imy? We need an Arisa plush. I mean, you know. Okay, is it just me? I'm growing. She's growing on me. All right. I mean, she looks kind of weird and kind of demented and demonic. You know, sitting there creeping around. I mean, you guys remember seeing that, and I don't have the images on file at this moment, at least for this stream. Let's see. Isn't over? Oh, it's not overseas friendly. What? Are you kidding me? Oh, I thought it was the same people that did Roselia, unless it's restricted. Oh, well, okay. Now I'm boo. Well, that's boo, Amber, right? That's boo news. Blah, boo on that. What is going on, Bushi? Are you not okay? We got to work on this. You know, we need something. We need as much exposure outside of Japan as possible. If you talk about reaching, you know, overseas, you're trying to reach overseas fans. I mean, their fans are there. You just need them to have a place to go spend money. $36 roughly, or it's like 30 something $, 3,600 yen, whatever it is. It translates to your currency, your home currency. They are willing to throw that. I mean, it's like just give the money. They will take you will take their money. if you just give them that try, which is kind of disappointing that it isn't overseas friendly. That's a bummer. I know there was a couple of other things that popped up on my Twitter feed. They had that sports event with all the Hibiki Seiyu, right? That they broadcast, or that they aired, and then they had merchandise that was available. I think it was just pictures of the various Seiyu in their, like school sports festival uniforms. I went onto the link, and this was, I was kind of a little bit perturbed by this. I wanted to buy some II bromides, of course, because she was one of the Seiyu, and there's nothing there's nothing for overseas. It's all Japan. I mean, I can't even put an overseas address. Everything is what prefecture, and I think had I tried to put a credit card, if it was not a Japanese bank or within that area, it probably would not have been accepted, which is kind of a bummer, because I would have happily paid. I would have gotten 10 of those, and I think they were like $3 or $4 a piece. That's $40 out of my pocket for 10 II pictures. Come on, right? Yeah. It has something to do with her. Oh, is it the record label? Well, it is probably. That's right, because she's not with Bushi Road Music. She's with King. But even so, I would think that they would know that she has a fan base outside of just Japan, even in Southeast Asia, even elsewhere. I would think, but that's just me being selfish, because I would like to see IME's live, or at least if there was a DVD. Then again, of course, they're going to sell the DVD, and it's region locked, right? It's going to be just just for Japan, and not even for the greater Asia. I think, is it region 2 that's specific to that side of the world? I think we're region 1 on this side. And then even if you go to the UK, there's some specifics of video. NTSC is us, PAL is Europe. So there's some videos that you can buy that won't work, that won't play on our machines here. Anyway, still, King Records, come on, guys, think bigger, because these people are going to have outside fan base. Even if they are just in Japan, the advent of social media just basically breaks down any kind of borders for any musician. So somebody in Podunk, New York, some backwater place, in the middle of the desert somewhere in the world, is going to have a fan over in Los Angeles or New York City who's going to know that they live in some, little Podunk little village in the middle of nowhere, and they're going to buy their stuff just as long as it's available out there. So that's my rant for today. I really hope that at some point they do make it overseas friendly, even if they release a DVD, like I said, a Blu-ray. Get it out there. You've got people who are going to give you money. I believe you've got people who are going to give you money no matter where they are, and you'll say, "Give me IME. Here's money," because that's otherwise that's how you get the black market. You get the underground market. They're going to traffic in that material because you're gonna have buyers. But anyway, so enough of that rant. King Records, if you want her to flourish beyond Japan, to reach a worldwide audience, make worldwide audiences able to get your stuff, whether stream or, because I was able to get her CD, so at one level we're able to get her material. I got her. Yeah. Oops. That's not. Haha. That is not IME. That is somebody else whose name begins with the same letter. But yeah, no, I got her restarting. So it was available. I was able to get it. So I'm really surprised that the stream is overseas unfriendly too. Yes, Amber, because I know you would like to buy tons and tons of IME merch and music merch. So yeah. So anyway, as I was saying earlier, the strangeness that is Mini Arisa got me to thinking about a couple things. Now, a while back, there was a picture that was pulled from a recent gathering. I think it was taken at a recent gathering of all the bands, all the Bandori bands that they were hanging out at Circle. I think they had they put on a concert, and so this is that picture from that event. I don't know if, I think a lot of you probably saw that. Now, as it happens, I was contacted by a fellow fan who unfortunately shall remain nameless, who provided me with a picture of something that was a little disturbing. Apparently, as seen through special lenses and recording equipment, they were able to find the following image. It's a little blurry, but if you can see the strangeness that I'm talking about. So it's based on this picture that was taken at Circle Livehouse, and apparently under under certain instances or under certain technology and viewing platforms, this was the image that emerged. So yeah, it's a little disconcerting because, you know, if you look at it here, it looks like they're in a, you know, a nice comfy place for music, a music venue, and yet beneath them happens to be, I mean, that's a thaumaturgical circle, if ever I saw a thaumaturgical circle. So there's some weird things going on, and I'm a little concerned at the kind of what might be happening. And, you know, I mean, we did get the appearance of Jennifer Chan, so I don't know if there's something related to that. I mean, I mean, exactly what is Jennifer Chan? I mean, Chisato thought she said she was supposed to be her friend's dog. I don't know what dog looks like that here in the lower right-hand corner, because that's the picture that she drew. If you go back to Fever, I believe, and to that recording of that historical document, historical record. So yeah, that is a disconcerting image there. Of course, the same person who showed me that picture also provided me with the following video. This was taken a few years earlier, and I think it ties into this strangeness, this connection to strangeness. Now you did see what we're talking about there, a thaumaturgical circle for who knows what it could. I mean, Akko, definitely, after her run-in with the bloody La Vie and Rose, it's something happens to be going on there. But anyway, so this particular video was taken at I don't know the person who shall still remain nameless did not tell me where this video was. It's at some undisclosed location, and I believe it's a video. I think it's and I want to say Kudoharu, but I could be wrong. Somebody in Roselia, and it was taken a few years back. So it's a little grainy and picture. This was hidden video taken. They were not aware this was going on, but this was snapped at a particular time, and I want to share with you because it is a little disconcerting, especially after seeing that, you know, from that under certain conditions, we were able to see that. So here is that video. Yeah, it is pretty disturbing in a way. So here's that video. Let me show that to you. Let's go ahead and run with the video. You see that? That's just creepy there. Yeah, definitely disturbing. Hey Josh, how are you doing? My D&D brain is on. Well, you know, I mean, there are people who are okay with casting thaumaturgy. I think it's best when you know it's there, and you know what you're doing. But when it's hidden from view and you're not aware of it, you know, that kind of gets a little strange, and I would say, need I say, uncomfortable for some folks. Chat, say hello to Josh. I think if it's the Joshua I know, He's a good guy. Joshua, say hello to chat. Say hello to Amber, Jay, and Stuka, who's up there somewhere. Yes, so I am doing just fine. Ace, yes, he's talking to me. Ace is the other moniker I go by. So anyways, yeah, so that's a little disconcerting there. So I think after that we need to clear our heads with a little bit. So here's a little short. Hidden Thaumaturgy is the name of my next band. Oh, of course. Oh yes, I'm. The name of the next band, yes. I think that would be a great band. What are we thinking here? Celtic speed metal, something like that. So anyway, so yeah, let's clear our heads a little bit with a short video. Oh God, I'm sorry. I didn't that cam car. Cleansing. I think we need a further cleansing beyond that. Let's go ahead. Let's get cleansed by Kokoro. How about that? Or you tried to cleanse us, and then let's see. We just played ska covers of bluegrass. I would love to hear that. Let's clear our heads from all that that we just saw with some Kokoro. Of course, there we go. I think I feel a lot better now. I've been cleansed by the spirit of Kokoro, and I feel like that video is just a glimpse of what's inside Abner's brain all day. Yes, cam car. I'm not going. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to infect you with cam car. It's a little too much. So I think I've managed to clear my head with a little bit of Kokoro, because I mean, how do you not like somebody who can jump out of the second story building, a second story window of Hanajo High School, and do a series of cartwheels across the quad there? And of course, the next person who would be athletic enough to do that, having been a pro wrestler in a past life, is my girl, my girl, talking about my girl. Yes, so which just leads us into our next segment, of course, we know as Cho Seiyu Sanjo, otherwise known as
Ojo-sama.
That's right, I told us, Ojo-sama, the outstandingly joyful and over-enthusiastically unbelievable society of and maho-nee appreciation. Now, here's the question for you guys. Something that Maho wants to ask you. Here we go.
皆さん、お元気ですか？元気です。
And cue the music. And there we go. Yes, actual footage of Ace entering every situation I go to. Whenever I walk into a room, it's always cam car, because you know that's my war chant. Cam car. May, hello. I'm glad you made it at this point, May. I'm going to direct this next comment to you because you've missed everything that I've just put them through. Be glad. Be very, very, very glad. You can ask everybody else about it, and you can probably see what is going on in Amber's most recent comment there. Yes, I had infected everybody with cam car. I'm gonna stop. So May, say hello. Josh is a new person there, and I'm sure there's probably people hanging out, watching in the chat. or hanging out, lurking in the stream who are not in chat. So May, Jay, Josh, Joshua, Amber, Stuka is there too. So yes, May, you are very, very lucky that you did not see any of that. So as you guys might have remembered, last week we talked about we had a PSA, of course. Never let I drive. As you saw the results of her driving skills, and you probably remember this little ditty that we played last week. Now, it's come to my attention, and I've heard this said before, that any situation is made even better by the playing of yakety sax. And I think you should probably agree with me. If you don't know, if you're not familiar with it, I'm sure you've seen it. It's played as a theme song to the Benny Hill Show, to all his antics on screen. So I decided to put it to the test. And I think it works, and I'm going to share with you exactly what I found out when I decided to set yakety sax to the following footage of I and Maho. I call Yakety Jenkin. And there we go. That's just a lot of fun. I think I should find every instance of I and maho-nee just doing their antics and just set everything to yakety sax. I think that would just be hilarious. Josh, you've requested it to be played while you're being set in the ground. Yes. Well, I think it's Camcar. As it happens, sure, why not? Okay, yes, final one. I had to close it with Ayane screaming just like that, because I think you can get too much of Camcar, and your reaction would be right. I think everybody can react that way too. Yeah. That's one too much Camcar for that. So having gone through all that, let's get to some anime. How about that? You guys ready? You guys ready to talk a little bit of anime, and then we're gonna get to our AMA question. We're gonna open it up to everybody in chat, and we're gonna flood everything. So here we go. It's time for anime time. Let's go. Alright, class in session. Krits! Ray! Chakuseki! Alright, everybody. Alright, excellent. Okay, so anime. There's a bunch of new stuff that just dropped in the last week or so. I think I spoke to a couple of you about it. I know I talked to May, especially of some new shows that were coming up. I did see that season 2 of Realist Hero just dropped on Funimation. I think I'm gonna wait, because I made this mistake with a couple of the new shows that I'm gonna talk about. Waited too quick and jumped in and realized, oh crap! Now I gotta wait another week for the second episode to come out. And I do that every single time. I gotta hold back and kind of wait and let at least 1 or 2 episodes drop, maybe 3, if I'm so daring. So I'm waiting for at least 2, maybe 3 episodes of Realist Hero to drop before I start watching. Same goes with Girls Frontline. That looks kind of an interesting one. That's also on Funimation. I'm not sure where else it's floating about elsewhere in the world. So the ones I'm going to talk about are Dress Up Darling, Akebi Sailor Uniform, Strongest Sage, and Komi Can't Communicate. Now, before I do that, I went back to rewatch some of the ones that I had left off on. So the one I started off with earlier this week was I'd gotten about halfway through the first season of Uma Musume Pretty Derby. So I hit about episode 6 or 7, and then I let it sit for a while while I was watching some other shows, and said, okay, I got to go back because I want to finish the rest of it. So I went back earlier this week, restarted, and May and Amber can attest to this because I contacted them. So I'm sitting there listening, and I think I get to episode 2. I think it's in the middle of episode 2 or toward the end of episode 2, and I'm listening and I'm watching. And I'm thinking, wait a second, that voice is familiar. Is it who I think it is? And then, so I looked up the cast, and I swear to God, I did not. I had no idea the first time I was watching. It did not occur to me. But Ohashi Ayaka, Hashi, hashtag me. Anyway, if you guys don't know, she plays Saya on Bandori, but she is the voice of Vodka, one of the horse girls. I did not know this, so I think I jumped on Twitter and I was like, "Holy shit, you guys! I didn't know it was Hashi." And they said, "Yeah, it is." You pet you on the head. You poor dear. You poor dear. Yes, I didn't realize that it was her, which I think is really cool. So she plays the voice of Vodka, one of the horse girls. Incidentally, a fun fact, the real Vodka on which the character is based was the first thoroughbred filly to win the 2007 Tokyo Yushun in Tokyo Derby in 64 years, as well as winning the 2009 Japan Cup. And then she was later inducted into the Japan Racing Association Hall of Fame in 2011. So there's a little fun fact for you. And I'm sure, as you guys know, all the characters in Uma Musume are based on real horses who had at one point raced all the different races. Special Week is one of them. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Josh, thank you. I know it's late for you. I'll catch you on Twitters. Thank you for coming out. It was nice to have you. I hope you'll check it out another time too. We'll catch you soon. All right. So yeah. So I thought. Anyway, that's a little fun fact for you, and I'm sure May and Amber, having watched the show already, I'm pretty sure you guys knew that they were based on real horses who had raced at one point or another, and whether they've retired now or still racing. Probably not still racing because that was a few years ago. But anyway, all the horses are actually based on real thoroughbreds and whatnot. Okay, so the shows we're getting to. Dress Up Darling, and I'm going to say this. Since the shows just began, I've only gotten a quick watch of each of them. I've seen the first episode of these three, the three I'm going to talk about. So Dress Up Darling, Akebi Sailor Uniform, and Strongest Sage. Dress Up Darling, the thing about this, I like it. The thing about this was it was too quick. I was ready for at least 2 episodes. It's one of those where I need at least 2 episodes to kind of go, more. I like what they're doing. I like it. It's a very cute show. It's got a very much a Nogisaka Haruka no Himitsu vibe, where it's the popular girl. And this, we're not quite sure if she's, I guess you should say, she's the popular girl, and he's not popular, right? Who turns out to have a secret very similar to what happens in Nogisaka. So I'm enjoying this. I think the second episode just dropped today. So I think I'm going to hold off before I watch it and let a couple of these episodes kind of fill in before I jump in again. And I think I just saw Stuka say, I just finished season 1 of Realist Hero. Yeah, I'll wait till the whole season to post before I start. Yeah, I may wait for 2 episodes to drop and check out at least one of them to kind of get a taste for what I'm going to look forward to, and then go back and catch up on all the other ones that I didn't watch from last season, of course. All right, so Dress Up Darling, I like it. I want to see where they're going with this one, but I think it's cute. I already like what's going on in the show. The Kebi Sailor uniform, another cute one. Very interesting meeting between, I think, is it Marika, the girl in the classroom that she meets. That's a very interesting intro to her character. I'm curious to see where it goes, if it goes anywhere. If not, if that's just a little a character thing that they're doing. I like it. It's very pretty to look at. Gorgeous animation, at least as far as I can see. It's interesting because I immediately thought of the character designs for Tamako Market, and I went to look it up. It's not the same person, but it's got that similar style and feel to it. And I think it's the Tamako Market is the same designer who did K-On!, so I can see a little bit of that. But there's something about Akebi that's got it's a very nice. It's very pretty to look at. So I'm really curious to see where they go with this. Yes. Another vote for my Dress Up Darling too. Yes, looking for. I definitely want to see more. The next one that I went to check out was Strongest Sage. I was just kind of curious. I think something popped up on my Twitter feed of a short clip, and I thought, this looks interesting. I'll check it out. Nothing congealing yet for this one, other than, hey, this looks kind of interesting. I wonder how they're going to handle this similar kind of show, because it's very much right off the get-go. I think the character is OP, and I want to see how they deal with this one in this particular storyline. I'm getting vibes of Wise Man's Grandson, which I enjoyed. I liked it. It was, a nice kind of fluffy kind of. Don't think it was action adventure, and the characters get to be OP, but I kind of liked how they dealt with it. Same thing with Overlord. I thought the character's OP, and yet he deals with it in a neat particular way. Also, In Another World with my smartphone, that one, and I think let's see, Bofuri would be another one where it's just Kaide, just Maple. I mean, she's completely overpowered. I want to see what she does in the second season. It's just a lot of fun. So it's very similar to Strongest Sage. I want to see what they do, and it's lively enough and kind of fun. So I will definitely look to see how they deal with it. Yes, I completely agree, May. Akebi Sailor uniform, that was great too. I was really enjoying that. So I'm looking forward to see what they, again, on all of these, what they do with the show. Okay, the one that I do want to touch on, and I hope you guys have seen this, and if you have, it's fantastic. I'm glad. If you haven't, go check it out. Right now it's on Netflix. I'm not sure if it's on any of the other streaming platforms. I didn't see it on Crunchyroll, and I can't remember if it's on. I don't think it's on High Dive, and I didn't see that it was on Funimation, but it's definitely on Netflix, and I think it's more or less global. You guys will have to tell me, all you folks overseas, if you can actually get this. Komi Can't Communicate finally dropped all 12 episodes. This is a friggin' cute show. Oh my god, it's like super adorable cuteness. So the premise is that Komi is one of the most popular girls in school, who's pretty much an outstanding beauty. The thing is, she has trouble. She has trouble communicating. Basically, she has a hard time. She gets anxious when trying to talk to people, and so she comes off as being very aloof and people love her for it. So there's this sort of miscommunication between the other characters and Komi. She wants to be their friend, but how she acts toward them, they misconstrue it as something completely off the wall. And I mean, there's a comedy of manners type of thing, type there too. It made me think a little bit of From Me to You, Kimi ni Todoke. If you haven't seen that one, that's another cute one about somebody else who has a certain look that makes her, she's trying to find friends, but the way she looks, there's very off-putting initially to people. So the constant misrepresentation. I just love the expression on her face when she's faced with I wouldn't say a crisis, but when she's faced with a choice of trying to talk to somebody, she gets these. I mean, she goes from like this very sexy, cute, this very beautiful teenage girl to like this girl with big eyes, like the cutest big eyes that, anyway, the big puppy dog eyes, and she's like, I don't know what to do next, and she kind of shudders and shivers and has basically a panic attack. Not to make light of a panic attack, but in her case, she's trying to make friends. She's trying to make 100 friends in high school, and she's helped out by the first boy who actually figures out that she has trouble talking to people and actually reaches out to her to try and help her. So Tadano is basically your typical helpful guy who's overtly shy, and you can tell that he kind of likes Komi, and I really hope that at some point they get together, because I think they're just a cute couple. It's okay, so it's on Netflix Worldwide. Yes, check it out, May, if you get a chance. Out of all the other ones that you're gonna check out, do check this out. It's really cute. It's a really fun really fun show, and I really want them to get together. See, I mean, because he's the one who just figures out, oh, she has trouble trying to talk to people, and despite knowing that and seeing, and at the very first episode, there's a scene between the two of them where she basically, because he reaches out to her, she opens up to him, and he figures out, and it's a really tender, touching scene between the two of them. She's talking to him on the chalkboard. He manages to elicit a response from her by asking her questions, talking to her on the chalkboard instead of face to face. And so they're writing, and the two of them, it's this really very nice, cute, tender scene. When he says, I want to make out, and she says, that's all? Yes. I mean, I can see that. And I think at that point, to him, it's easy for him. He's not necessarily completely outgoing, but he doesn't have the problem that she does. She's like completely introverted, and I think it's having the dynamic between the two of them, the fact that he reaches out to her and kind of entices her out of her shell in small steps. It's not like, here, just throw you in the middle of everybody. He helps her out when she can and translates for her. I think there's there's one scene where he finds his best friend is also trying to help Komi, and then so anytime the two of them go out, she drags Tadano along, because I think there's one scene where he says, I need you to translate for me. I just translate for Komi. So I think, he ends up becoming her quote translator. So I think it's a neat dynamic between the two of them. Check it out, the entire show. I didn't realize that I had watched all 12 episodes. I just kept hitting next episode, and then all of a sudden it's like, what? It's gone. And hopefully there'll be more. I think it's also based on a manga, so if I may check out the manga and see what further stories the two of them have to tell. I think it was a lot of fun. So that would be my recommendation. Komi Can't Communicate. All right, so those were the ones I want to talk about. So having said that, let's get to the fun part that I'm going to open up to everybody and hit the AMA corner. Ask me anything. We're going to open it up now. All right, so let's get down to it. Everybody in chat, or if you're not yet in chat and you're lurking and you've heard about this, jump into chat. I'm open. The doctor is the doctor is in, or for lack of a better word. So I'm going to talk to everybody in chat. So let's see. I enjoyed my Dress Up Darling too. Yeah, wasn't that a lot of fun? I really enjoyed it. Like I said, I want to see the kind of things that they get into. I mean, I'd see what kind of cosplay they work on. But that just, I mean, I would never have expected a cosplay anime. I mean, yeah, I'm sure it was just on its way coming. I mean, they've got anime for everything else. We've talked about this before. We've got every sport. They have soccer. They've got soccer anime. They've got ice hockey anime. Right. Okay. Jay asks, "What's your favorite anime opening song?" Oh boy, this is gonna be a hard one. There's so many to choose from. I'll give you a bunch of the ones that I've enjoyed so far. I've only seen part of the show. I have to go back and watch some more, but I really like the theme song to Sakura Wars, which interestingly enough, Poppin'party, and I think Aya and one other Bandori singer or one other Bandori vocalist did a cover of that song. So I've got a copy of that cover. Hey, go figure, right? One of my favorite bands happens to have done a cover of a theme song that I enjoy. So there's that. I want to say that there's also a Bandori cover of Sailor Moon Crystal, I want to say, or the Sailor Moon, the one, the Momori Clover Zeta, whatever. Yeah, so that would be one. The Sakura Wars theme song. I also liked what was that? What's that one? I think it's from Rent a Girlfriend, Centimeter. It's by the Peggies. It's the same group. They did the theme song. I think it's Kimi no Sei, which is from Bunny Girl Senpai. I think that was that the one. Yeah, I think that's the one. That's another fun song, Centimeter, as well as Kimi no Sei. Those are fun songs, and of course, I mean, I can't not say Tokimeki Experience among all the other ones that they've used as opening songs, anime opening songs. That just goes without saying for me. But the other ones that I have enjoyed were Centimeter. Let's see, the Sakura Wars theme song, and trying to think if there's some other ones. Those are the ones that come to mind. There've been very few. I don't know if I do anime opening theme songs that much, unless something about it just catches my ear and I enjoy that. But those are the ones that I like so far. Favorite song of II? Oh my God! Again, so many. Yes, Amber and Jay asking all the hard questions. Let's see. I would have to say, of the ones that I've heard so far, and that's counting the two. Okay, so that's counting the Lead the Way album. Lead the Way is actually pretty decent. The very first single that she did. And from Sign. I would have to be from Sign. There's a song called Love for You. I think it's a really fun one. That one. And the other one, that one would be at the top of the list, and just right underneath it, there's a song that she has called Liar Pain. It's also from Sign, where she does a rap in the middle, and it's really fun. It's a really fun little rap. So if you haven't heard it yet, go check it out. I think they've got you can listen to those two, Love for You and Liar Pain, on I want to say Netflix, on YouTube. So I've seen the music videos there. But yeah, those would have to be my favorite song of II would have to be Love for You, just because it's fun. It's a very poppy. It makes me think of what, early 90s, early 90s. If you guys know the group The Cores, it's a sibling group. I think that's like there are 5 of them. There's 2 sisters and a couple brothers, and they play Celtic. It's basically Celtic, but they had a song called Blue. I think it's In Blue. That came out in the early 2000s, right about there. It's got that same kind of feel to it, so it's sort of harkens back to part of my youth, my misspent youth, as they say. So yeah, it would have to be I favorite song would be Love for You. Favorite anime opening song, aside from, in addition to Tokimeki Experience, would be the Sakura Wars theme song. Okay, your top 5 favorite characters. Oh boy. Oh my god. Top 5. So May, a clarification, top 5 overall or specific to anything? If it's going to be overall, top 5 favorite characters would be, if we're doing overall, everybody's going with the hard questions. Oh my god. All right, top 5 favorite characters overall out of everything. Anime specifically, top 5 would be it would be Nausicaa, Newt from Appleseed, and these are in no particular order. They're just in the 5. Ichigaya Arisa, everybody's favorite keyboardist, my favorite keyboardist. Raleigh Vincent from Gunsmith Cats, and 5. Oh God, 5. Number 5. Number 5 would probably be Rimi. Ushigomi Rimi. So two from Bandori and 3 from the general scope of anime. But yeah, those would be my top 5 characters. Yeah. So Nausicaa, in no order, within the 5. Nausicaa, Raleigh Vincent, Duna Newt, Ushigomi Rimi, and Arisa. Those would be my 5. My God, you people! What are you? Okay, Jay. Question: am I invited to your wedding with Ai, and are you registered at the Bushi Road store? Can you register at the Bushi Road store? I suppose you could. And of course, everybody's invited. Are you kidding? It's gonna be big. Yes, Rimirin. Big old celebration. Definitely, everybody. I will send invitations out. We'll send invitations out, and we'll fly everybody out. I don't know. It might be at I don't know, Tokyo Disneyland, something like that. That would be fun. Someplace fun. Yes, definitely. Okay, next question. Bring it on. What else we got? What else do you guys want to know? What burning questions do you have to see what's going on inside here, short of opening it up and seeing brain? Yeah. So, anime you don't recommend to other people. Ooh, anime I don't recommend. Okay. Anime I don't recommend to people. Let me do a quick check to make sure I get the pronunciation right. So this is a movie I saw, and my God, why did I see this? It's called the English title is called Legend of the Overfiend, and I believe in the Japanese title is, let's see here, Urotsuku Kidoji. It's according to Wikipedia, it's a Japanese erotic horror manga series. I just remember it being very demented. I saw it in high school, and it was one of those like, oh my god, what the fuck am I watching? No, it's not something for people to. I mean, unless you're into that sort of thing, go for it. But in general, if I'm going to recommend anime, that would not be on the top of my list. Other anime that I won't recommend to people, aside maybe Demon City Shinjuku, which I remember is also another dementedly erotic horror. It just wasn't my thing. I mean, again, if that's the sort of thing that you like, go for it. I know there's a lot of people who are into that type of anime, and if it is, have at it. It was just not for me, and I like I said, it's not something that I would say, hey, you want to watch anime? Go watch Legend of the Overfiend, because that traumatized me when I was in high school. Because you don't want to watch anything that you want to watch. You want to share your trauma with other people, right? Isn't that how you get closer to folks, sharing trauma, especially traumatic anime? That would probably be the only two that I wouldn't recommend outright to other people. Otherwise, anything else is, if you want to check it out, I've heard of it. This might be something that you would like. Go check it out. Lotus War, you like fantasy? Go check it out. Speaking of fantasy anime, if you guys are interested in another straight fantasy anime, check out Heroic Legend of Arslan. It's sort of Persian myth, medieval kind of Bronze Age-y type of storyline. That's actually pretty good. It apparently has a similar storyline to Yona of the Dawn, so that's another one that's on my list that I'm checking out, as well as Marksman and Vanadis, which Stuka recommended to me. I'm in the middle of that one. I'm liking it. I got to go back to picking up where I had left off, because that one looks pretty good. So anime, I don't recommend just those two, unless that's your type of thing. Then have at it. Otherwise, whatever anime you want to watch, go check it out. Favorite anime from the 80s? Oh, without a doubt, Robotech. Without a doubt, Robotech, and then right behind it, very close, would be Macross, the original, in the original Japanese, which I had watched. And May and I had talked about. Yes, that would be my favorite from the 80s. Yes, I know there was Voltron, or Golion, Beast King Golion, on which it was based. And there was some other ones that were floating around at the time, mostly coming from the late 70s. Battle of the Planets, Ninja Team Gatchaman was around at the time in the 80s in an English version as Battle of the Planets. And Star Blazers, of course, Space Battleship Yamato. But out of all of those, my favorite would have to be Robotech, followed by, now having seen Macross, that would be my 80s anime. Question: if you were to make a band from what? Damn. If you were to make a band, who would be in your band? Are we talking a band from anime characters, or just something else? Jay, if you could elaborate on that. And while I'm waiting for that, Stuka, what is the most niche anime you've seen? Oh my God, most niche. Has there been the very niche that? Okay. I'm thinking right here. No, I wouldn't say that would be niche necessarily. I mean, it's very, very much, yes, banned from anime. Okay, banned from anime characters. Let me. I'll jump back to that. Most niche anime that I've seen. Is there a most niche? Let me ponder on that really quick. There's one that I want to say, but I don't know if that it's technically niche. it's just a very interesting a very interesting premise for it. Let me get back to that one. Oh no, no, I'll throw it out. It's not necessarily niche, but it's very it is very different. Dominion Tank Police, just tank police. I mean, they're in mini tanks, also a big gigantic tank, and they're basically a SWAT team, but they ride around in tanks trying to take out or trying to prevent crimes from these three cyborg or cyber enhanced criminals. So I don't know if you could consider that niche, but it's definitely one of those that you don't see floating around a lot. And that was one that I enjoyed, and I think the series, or at least the OVAs, are on High Dive. I remember seeing them float through there, so I might have to go check that out. Yes, banned from anime characters. Oh my god. So does it necessarily have? Do they have to have singing ability that I'm aware of in their show, or should I just think, let's assume all of them sing and then I'm gonna throw them into a band? Jay, let me know if that's where I'm going with that. Most niche. Yeah, I don't know that anything is necessarily that niche. That's the only thing I can think of that would be like, what the hell? What kind of animes? They're riding around in tanks, and they're supposed to be cops. Yeah. Oh, it's definitely economics anime, but as far as the most niche, yeah, I suppose Spice and Wolf and Spice. But then again, we've got in the greater scheme of things, we've got hockey anime, right? So Pride of Orange, or if they can, it's adorable. They try, right? I mean, they're not necessarily niche, but it's specific to a subject matter. I mean, we've got right now we've got tons of baseball anime, Cinderella 9, everything else, boxing anime, Ashita no Joe, Tomorrow's Joe, not to mention Megalobox, and I think there's a bunch of other ones from early that came out from manga. Tons of those. I don't know that that's necessarily. I mean, but I think I'm using niche in the particular set of circumstances. The premise in the anime, Tank Police. That's more niche than high school tankery, I think, in my opinion. But that again, that's just me. So I'm gonna go. That's my final answer. Most niche, under that definition, I would do Dominion Tank Police. A band from anime characters. Oh, okay, and non-Bandori. Non-Bandori. Okay, let's see. Who would be in this band? I'm gonna go probably with let's call them a rock band. And now I'm thinking of the girls in K-On! No, I would do. Let's see. Let's do a heavy metal band, and we're gonna do Kenshiro from Hokuto no Ken, Fist of the North Star. He'll be the lead singer, and people who don't like his music, he'll just punch them and they'll explode. And then he can use the line, "You're already dead." Oh my wa shinderu. Let's see. So he'd be the lead singer. Guitarist would be Char Aznable, the Red Comet from complete with the mask. So he's gonna wear the mask as he's playing lead guitar, and he's gonna basically kick ass as a lead. He's gonna be like Steve Vai, Joe Satriani, Brian May, hardcore guitar god. So let's see. Okay, so that's our lead singer is Kenshiro, and then Char, the Red Comet, would be the guitarist. We'd have our bassist. Who would be on bass? Bass would be, let's see. Oh God. Then we'd probably have keyboard, and then we'd have drums. Oh man. Let's see. Um. Oh. Oh, what's her name? From Ranma. Is it Akane? Akane, the daughter, the kung fu daughter. I would put her on drums. I think she'd kick ass as a drummer. Cause she beats up on Ranma anyway. So yeah, it was Akane Tendo, right? She'd be our drummer. Let me see. Who would be? So we need a bassist. We need a bassist and keyboard, technically. So yeah, so we've got Ken from Fist of the North Star as our lead singer. We've got Char Aznable as the lead guitarist. Akane Tendo on drums. Let's see. Who would be? Oh man. Keyboard and bass. Keyboard. I'm blanking. Hang on a sec. Bell Dandy on keyboard. Bell Dandy on keyboard, because she's got, they got that look, very stately looking, and I think she would just kick ass on keyboards. I bet she can play keyboards, right? And then who's our bassist? Oh God, let's see. So we've got Ken on vocals. We've got Char on guitar. Char on guitar. Hey, how about that? We've got Akane Tendo. Anything goes drumming. There we go. Bell Dandy on keyboards. We need a bassist. Who would be the bassist? Oh man. Who would be good on bass? Let's see. Who's bass. Who would be on bass? Lupin on bass. How about that? Lupin on bass. I can just see him. He's kind of got that, bass, very, very jazzy, doing that. He'll play bass and upright too for certain songs to give it that kind of flavor. Because he's got that smoky character with the sideburns and the cigarette hanging out the corner of his mouth. Okay, so there's my anime band. All right, we've got Fist of the North Star Ken as the lead singer, Char Aznable as lead guitar, Lupin as bassist, Bell Dandy on keyboards, and Akane Tendo on drums. There's my band. Oh my God, what the hell of a collection there. That would be what? Okay, so what's your band name? The band name. How about North Star? Because Ken's the lead singer, so North Star, and there'd be like a big punch out in the middle of North Star, like somebody's fist had gone through. There you go. Yeah, and it'd be like and it's not your typical metal band because they've got keyboard there. So it's the they're gonna be like Roselia. They're like the sort of what do they call? Symphonic metal. Yeah, there'll be a symphonic metal band. How about that? There we go. Symphonic metal band with those people, and they're called North Star. Right? There's my non-Bandori anime band. There we go. North Star playing at the Zep Diver City in Tokyo. They're gonna be at Fuji-Q Highlands. They'll open for the next Bang Dream Live, North Star. They're gonna practice at Circle Livehouse, right? There we go. Okay, next question. What else you got for me? Oh my God. Yes, North Star. I like that. You know, that could definitely work. I mean, I just see Lupin just, you know, with doing the strumming that bass, and then just, you know, the guitar wailing in the middle of a song, and there's Ken just doing the, you know, down with the sickness kind of a thing. At the very least, they're not gonna get costumed up like Gwar, because that'd just be weird. I mean, Gwar is weird in and of its own, and from what I've seen so far, it's just, my God, what in the hell is... Anyway. Yeah. Wouldn't that be a fun band to play symphonic metal? They could team up and do a joint live with Roselia and have similar type of thing. Yeah, definitely. When are you coming over to watch anime? Whenever you guys want me to come over. I'm game. Yeah, for those of you who are watching in chat, Stuka and Jay live about 10 minutes away from me, so yeah, that's not going to be a problem. So yeah, whenever you guys want to do another anime, I think you were talking about Stuka. You were talking about going through the other Oh My Goddess stuff, right? I think that was the last thing we were talking about. Yeah, I'll definitely go check out the other ones, because I think you said there's another set of OVAs, or there's a series, the series, right? The TV series that I think is it supposed to come after the OVAs that I saw, because those were good. If you guys haven't seen Oh My Goddess, the OVAs, go check that out. I do recommend it. Okay, next question. Who's up next? Amber, do you have a hard one for me? May, do you have a hard one for me? A tough question. Anybody else out there in lurker land? Jump into chat. Questions are open. Taking them. Let's see if there's anything on Twitter that people are want to ask me about. TV series. Okay, cool. Thank you, Joshua, you're... Yes, I will. Yes, fine. That works for me. I'm game. We'll do like 4 episodes at a time. Favorite song to dance to? Oh, favorite song to dance to. Okay, now I'm gonna ask for more specifics. Are you talking about a specific kind of dancing, or just dancing like I'm in my room dancing and boogieing down? If you're asking about because I like to do East Coast swing, so I have a favorite song that I like to dance to for that. I can do the Viennese waltz, so I have a specific song that I like to dance to that. So are you talking about that sort of dancing, or am I just like sitting in my room going boom, doop, doop, yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, that kind of thing? I think this is hard enough. Do you listen to OPM songs? If yes, what do you OPM songs? OPM songs. I'm not sure what an OPM song is. I'm gonna look it up because I don't know if that's part of my vocabulary at this time. OPM songs. What is the meaning of OPM music? Oh, original Filipino music. Oh, okay. I see. Okay, so I'll get to Amber, to your question. In my room dancing. Oh, in my room dancing. Let's see. Favorite song to dance to. I probably would have to say Footloose. If that's gonna get me out of my chair, even in my chair, I'm gonna boogie down to that. Just because it's got that beat, and you hear it, and you just want to both sing and you just want to cut loose, foot loose, kick off your Sunday shoes, ooh-wee, Marie, shake it for me. So yeah, I would have to say Footloose. In my room dancing, I would boogie down to Footloose. I'll put it on and just kind of go nuts. That one, yeah, definitely Footloose. Okay, I think this is hard enough. So Amber, we'll go back. Do you listen to OPM songs? If yes, what do you dig? Okay, so definitely a fun song. And I have to say, I did not care for the remake that they did, the reboot movie. I would prefer to go back to the original one with Kevin Bacon, and John Lithgow, and that whole crew, Laurie Singer, and so on. Original Filipino music refers to any composition with or without lyrics, originally created by a Filipino, whether the lyrics be in Filipino, English, or other foreign language, or any Philippine dialect. Okay, so OPM. So for this one, I don't listen to a lot. I listened to some when I was a kid. One of the songs that I remember hearing a lot, whether I think maybe because my parents played it or they had a record, was a song I want the lyrics that I remember hearing was hanggang sa dulo ng walang hanggang, and the melody went something like hanggang sa dulo ng walang hanggang, and then I think it was a love song of some sort, or a very slow song. That was one song that I remember, and I don't know if that's the title of that song, but that's one I remember hearing when I was a kid. Another one that I remember hearing as a kid, where there were a couple of songs. There was a comedian slash singer named Yoyoy Villame that I remember listening to when I was a kid. He sang mostly comedy songs, and there's he's got one song about the geography of the Philippines, and he basically points out the different places. Amber, you might have to ask your folks about this one. It's one of those where it's back from like the 70s and even earlier, so they may be familiar with it. I don't know if any of the kids nowadays have heard of it, but I don't know of any contemporary OPM music. Those were the ones that I remember hearing when I was a kid. Oh, yeah, exactly. There we go. Yeah, so if you know that song, it's one of the ones that the adults sang that I remember hearing my parents sing. Usually because we had karaoke at home, and I think they had a bunch of Filipino music, and I remember my dad singing that one at parties, because Filipino party anywhere, there's going to be singing. They're going to crack out the karaoke machine, and then everybody's going to have a turn. So I remember that was one that I remember my mom would sing. So yeah, that would be one that, and I remember hearing that when I was a teenager, only because of the karaoke machine. But I remember as a kid hearing that on a record, I think somewhere, or maybe it was like on the radio, or maybe not the radio. It was probably like a cassette or record that my folks had. So that would be one, and the other one would be songs by a Filipino comedian, kind of like a Weird Al. The person we would know as Weird Al. He was sort of like that, and he was a comedian, singer, actor, celebrity called Yoyoy, and he sang. There was one song that I remember hearing that it was called Philippine Geography. It's a cute song. It's fun. It's catchy, and they basically gives you a geography lesson of the Philippines from all the different islands and cities and provinces and whatnot. So if you want to check it out, look up Philippine Geography on YouTube. I think I remember seeing it there a few weeks back. I think I might know that one too. Old Ones Are Golden. Yeah, these are all the old ones. Those are I think just off the top of my head, those are the only ones that I remember hearing. I'm sure I heard some other ones that my parents have sung. Those are the ones that stick out in my mind. Ain't no party like a Filipino party. Oh, of course not. Oh my God, yes. Amber knows. Truth, I don't know, May, if you've ever experienced a Filipino. There's just food it's like mountains of food everywhere, and everybody is singing, and you don't leave unless you take food home. I mean, they will fill. I mean, forget a doggy bag, forget it to go. They'll give you, several platefuls of food and say, "Oh, you must take this home with you." At least that's what I remember of all the parties I had when I was a kid. Birthday parties, Christmas, Thanksgiving. There was food. I mean, people would come to our house for Thanksgiving, and they would bring food in order to, in addition to adding to the food that was already, that my parents had. Well, mostly it was my grandmother and my mom cooking food. So to what everything that they had prepared, they would bring additional. So I'm sure it's very, very similar to that. Yes. So yes, to OPM songs, those would be. If you were to go somewhere right now, except Japan, where would you go? Ooh, right now. Aside from Japan, if things were open, I would love to go back to England. Last time I was in England was in 2003? No. Sorry, 2003. 1993. Is it 93 or 94? Filipino parties most likely limited free food. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, there's just ton of food, and we're talking, we're talking everything from finger food to the best ones that I remember. I don't know if you did this a lot for your parties. There was always lechon. For those of you in stream who are watching and don't know, lechon is basically roast pig. And more often than not, they usually had either part of the pig or the whole pig on the freaking table. Usually with the wrapped in, if it wasn't in foil, it was wrapped up in banana leaves. This huge mother friggin' thing on a table, or it would be in the kitchen and they cut the slices and bring it out into food. I remember when I was a kid in the Philippines, I lived there for about 6 years with my grandparents, and I remember one of the parties we had, they were actually cooking a pig in the we lived in like this little area. There was a little side street. All the houses were kind of clumped together, and I remember in the street they had put a pit of some sort. They had either dug it in the dirt or something, but they had constructed a pit where they barbecued the pig. So it was like they had this huge whole pig, and I remember it because they had the apple, or they had something in. I remember the pig head was staring at me, and they had it on a spit. Yes, it's still the start of every party, even up to friggin' huge friggin' roast pig, right? This lechon, always. And I remember as a kid asking my grandfather, my lolo, what is that? Oh, it's the lechon. And I remember they were turning it on the spit, and I'm going, oh my God. I mean, it was friggin' tasty. Some of the best lechon I had, and I just, you could smell when it was cooking too, because they had the fire going, and I guess I'm not exactly sure the technique for cooking pig, but they must have been cooking it for most of the day. I think this was like a neighborhood block party kind of thing for New Year's, I believe it was. Because I remember we did fireworks afterwards out in the street. So yeah, Filipino hazing being traumatized. I actually wasn't traumatized by the pig head. I was a kid. I thought, oh wow, that looks cool. It looks weird because it looks kind of shriveled up with the eyes. You don't see the eyes, and it's all like its eyes are shut. Then after the party, the host will give the guests some take-homes. Yes, exactly. Yes, and it's usually like 6 or 7 platefuls of food. Here, take some with you. Here's some pancit. Here's some lumpia. There's leftover. Here's some bibingka. Here's some suman. Here's more rice. Here, as if you didn't already have rice at home. They're just gonna pile on the food, and then you basically have like 6 helpings of everything. You know, you've got like another 3-course meal that you leave home with to go back to your home. Yeah, Filipino hazing, traumatized by pighead. Yep, I can definitely see that. If you're not aware of it, you would definitely be traumatized. I just remember the pighead staring at me as it was turning in the spit, and I thought, that's weird. But you know, that was me. I was I was a little kid at the time. So yeah, that would definitely be Filipino hazing. Yeah, I can definitely see that. Oh, the other hazing would probably be trying to get you to eat balot. No, thank you. My dad likes it. My uncles like it. I don't know that my mom liked it. They had me try it. I took one look at that. I said, no, thank you. I'm going to, yeah, more rice. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I won't do balot. If that makes me non-Filipino, then I will be non-Filipino. But I just no. I think my dad's done. My dad eats it. My uncles do. I think some of my aunts do too. No, thank you. That's not for me. But just if it's not for me, then that just means there's more for you, right? For the other person who wants the balot. So yeah, go have at it. Have at it. None for me, thank you. So yeah, that would be the other thing that I would not. One of the things I would not do would be that. All right. Next question. This is fun. Come on, bring it on. Oh yeah. No, nope. Sorry, I don't know if that would be you, Amber, or if your parents or your brother, your sister. If that's something, I think even my sister would go, no thanks. That's just not. Although I don't know. I the last I talked to her, she would not. I think she told me she wouldn't eat balut. But they say your tastes change every 7 years or something like that. So you should try new foods. But that's one new food that I will say no to every 7 years. Your tastes have changed. Would you like some balut? No, thank you. I'm good. I'm balluted out. For lack of another word. Yes. Just I think most Asian countries, it's an overload of rice. Not that I mind it, because you gotta have the carbo load, right? Carbo loading. It's part of the part of that diet. Oh, so anyway, last question: if we were to go somewhere except Japan, where would you go? So I did a study abroad program while I was in college. It was, I want to say 93 or 94. I think it was 93, where we spent a quarter, so 2.5 months, 3 months, in England studying at the University of London. I had gone with the choir at Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, where I went to college, and we had a week off in the middle of the quarter, and it was really cool because we ended up touring England. So we started from London. We went north to Oxford, Cambridge, went out to Wales to the west, and then came back to London and we basically sang at churches and cathedrals, and that was a lot of fun. And in between, we checked out a lot of the sites along the way in the countryside. So I would love to go back to England, specifically go back to London. Had a chance to go and visit Scotland, and Scotland was fun. That was great, lad. That was great, lads and lasses. That was an amazing thing to go to Scotland. That was grand. So there's my Scottish. I would love to go back to England. That was a lot of fun, wandering around London, taking the tube. That was it was really cool because we were housed. We had student housing off campus, so we were basically we were allotted in a whole bunch of different apartments in a little area of South Kensington in London, and we would all meet up in the tube station, take the tube to University of London, where we would take classes, and then we'd go home and basically live like the locals in a flat. I think there was my roommate. One of my roommates is still a friend of mine. He was my roommate, and the two of us shared a flat, top floor flat, and that was a lot of fun. So we had money from home. We had to go, buy our own groceries. They gave us, what we needed to cook stuff. There was a microwave, coffee, but we had to go buy food to feed ourselves, or spend money eating out. It gets expensive when you're at a pub every single night. But anyway, yeah, I would love to go back to we don't eat balut on our rice is good. Something I something I would say. Yeah, if not, or in addition to Japan, I would definitely love to go back and visit London, England again. England. I just enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. Wander around the countryside again. That was just very, very intriguing to me, especially after growing up watching a lot of British television. It was fun. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, I would love to go back and visit England and London again. We don't eat balut. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. That answers that, Amber. So no bullet for you. That's just more for other people, right? You can have everything else. Have some halo halo. Rice, yes. Have some halo halo, some sago. All the fun desserts. All the good desserts. Those were fun. Some flan. Oh, I would like to go find some flan. All right, who's got the next question? What else do you guys want to know? What other secrets from my brain would you like to probe? That sounds really weird, doesn't it? We're probing Abner's brain. That, yeah. We'll just leave it at that. Oh, ube. Oh, yes. Yes. Ube. Since you mentioned ube, yeah, one of my favorite desserts would be ube ice cream. It is a well-known fact for those who know me, especially in my family, that if you buy the big tub of ube ice cream, I think it's the one manufacturer, the one brand that I remember, and I don't know if it's a Filipino brand, like from the Philippines, but the one that my parents would always buy, or like my mom would buy from the Asian store, was a brand called Magnolia, and it came in this tub that was about this big, right? Usually it was, I think it was like a white, well, not like a white plastic tub, kind of clear plastic tub filled with ube. I don't know how much was in it, but more often than not, if I didn't check myself, I would eat the entire tub of ice cream. You gotta try Piaya ube flavor. It's, oh, okay. May, do you want to see Jennifer Chan? Yes, I do. I want to see Jennifer. I want to see Jennifer Chan running with all the other Jennifer Chans, like that one. I think May, you were the one who tweeted that picture or retweeted that picture of Jennifer Chan running, just galloping along, which I thought was cool. I think there should be more of Jennifer Chan running through the meadows, leaping. Okay. Oh, okay. What 3 anime shows would you suggest for someone who has never seen anime before? Ooh. Are we limiting to shows, or can we do movies as well? Because I think movies would be a very good intro, in a sort of capsulized form. And if it's something that they're interested in, then branch them out to TV shows. Would you allow the answer to be a movie? Because I think I think a good introduction would be a movie because it's a one-time thing they can sit through, and if they want to sit through more, like I said, send them towards shows that are similar to that. But if it's specifically anime shows, someone who has not seen anime before. Yeah, I'm going to answer it with 3 movies that I think a beginner to get a feel for what anime is available. And HD, hey HD, how you doing? VORN Go. I'm not sure exactly what that means. If you could translate for me, that'd be great. So three anime. I would definitely someone who's never seen anime before. I would have them watch My Neighbor Totoro, Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind, and then Akira. All right, May, thanks for coming to the stream. Enjoy lunch. Have a good one. Have some rice. Have some rice. We'll see you later. Those would be 3 movies that I would recommend. My Neighbor Totoro, Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind, and Akira. I think that's a nice... For me, that would be an interesting one to get them to see the variety, a particular variety of anime. We'll see you next time, May. Hopefully it's something good for lunch. Let's see. And then from there, depending on the show, I think it would depend on what their tastes are. If they say, oh, I like it, what can you tell me about shows? And I'll ask them, well, what kind of shows do you like? And then from there, kind of go and say, oh, if you like, comedy or this kind of comedy, you might try watching XYZ or ABC or something along those lines. So I think that would be good. Those are good starter anime movies. They're pretty much well known enough that people have heard of them if they haven't already seen them, or at least have a guess as to somebody else who might have seen them, and those would be my pick for three starter anime, and then from there, I think, like I said, it would depend on the kinds of shows or kind of interests that they're in, and then I would recommend accordingly. Like if they're big into romance, rom-coms, I would steer them toward more romantic comedy anime shows. If they like sports, steer them toward the more sports flavored anime. And if they're into baseball, hell, there's so much baseball anime that they can choose from. Do you have an anime movie or show suggestion for someone who doesn't like anime? Ooh, that's a tough one. See, that would be a hard one, because if they don't like anime, that they would watch anything that you would recommend to them really wouldn't work. I mean, if they've had a bad experience with anime and they say, "Oh, all the anime I've seen sucks. What can you recommend that's actually good?" I think it would depend on what it was that they've seen, and then work backwards from there. Because if I don't know what they've seen that they didn't like, and then get an idea of the stuff they do like, and then an anime that's not too anime. Oh my god, an anime that's not too anime. An anime that's not too anime. I would have to say the closest anime that's not anime would be Avatar: The Last Airbender. That's just an animated, but it's there is, for me, I can see an anime-esque underpinning to it. Do you know? Do you kind of get what I mean? I mean, it's almost it could be anime. I mean, it is done by overseas. I think it's Singapore, where they did a lot of the animation. I think. Don't quote me on that. But an anime that's not anime, that's not too anime. I would tell them, go watch Avatar: The Last Airbender. Not the movie. Not the movie. The movie sucked. The movie is one of those where it's like you want to disavow any knowledge that it existed. Kind of like there's Highlander and Highlander 3. Highlander 2 does not exist anywhere in the realm of the world. So, yeah. Avatar or The Last Airbender by M. Night Shyamalan, no, is a big, big no to anybody in their right mind. I would not wish that on anybody. Watch Avatar: The Last Airbender. That would be... Yeah. Exactly. We don't talk... The movie that should not be named. Which movie are you talking about? Yes, exactly that. The movie that shall not be named. Yes, oh my God, that... And the thing that gets me about that, too, is that he was quoted in everything that I've read as saying that he was a big fan of the show, right? And then he botched it up so royally. Like, how do you... Well, I can see how you can botch it up, is like you basically don't follow anything that has anything to do with the show, with the original source material. Definitely, we don't talk about that movie. No, we don't. Yes, shush. Don't even. Yeah, we don't even say that. So yeah, no, that would be anime that's not too anime. Avatar: The Last Airbender, and if you want, follow it up with The Legend of Korra, which I also enjoyed. I thought they did a good job with that one. All right, so next question. What else you got? VOR and go. Vor and go. What would vor? Go. Ognirov? No, I don't. No, not. It's not. No, nothing's coming up for me. Vor and go. Maybe VOR. Nope. Not. That movie is. Oh, Amber, are you talking about Last Airbender? Yeah, just don't. Whatever you do, just don't. Yeah, don't. I would recommend not even looking, not even having it in plain view anywhere. I would not. That would be one of those. I would not wish that on even on my worst enemy. Unless they're they're sticklers for, unless they want to be. Favorite food anime. I don't know yet. I have not seen too many yet. Still working on it. Right now, I'm enjoying Bento, what I've seen of it, and I still have to go back and watch. I went back and tried the Gashikashi. It's okay. Between the two, I would lean more toward Bento, just because the ass kicking bit in the beginning was really interesting, and I kind of dug that. Fighting over the special low price boxes of Bento at the end of the day. I mean, how gladiatorial can you? How much more gladiatorial can you get, right? We who are about to die and eat Bento salute you, and then big fight, especially when was it the rugby team that comes in trying to do their maneuver. So far from what I've seen, I'm leaning toward Bento, but I do want to watch more of it. It just looks like a lot of fun. I'll get back to it. It's on my list. I think I got through 4 episodes and then got distracted with everything else that I'm trying to watch, right? So yes, I know we go through this a lot. yeah, I would say at this point bento would be my food anime of choice for the moment. All right, who's got another one? Oops. Anybody else there in Lurkerland? Lurkerland. I'm just going to be hydrating here. I haven't gotten back to the one with the little kid and the dad. That one was cute. I think I saw the first couple episodes. Was it Sweetness and Lightning? I just haven't gotten back to that one. Just in the midst of everything else. So that one was cute. I want to see where they go with that one. Just because the little girl, right? The little girl is a cutie. So I want to see what kind of adventures, what kind of hijinks they get up to. Let me see. Do we have any questions coming from Twitter? Oh, thank you, Jay. I just saw. No. Oh my God. Yeah, pretty much. That's what it is. Okay, I'm gonna retweet something that Jay put on Twitter. North Star, it's the greatest symphonic heavy metal band ever. So have a look in that. Yeah, definitely. If I could redraw them on a stage with like their instruments, that would be hilarious. And yeah, definitely. Can't you see Char with the sunglasses and the hair doing the that's like very 80s big hair band, right? Same with Akane. Lupin, not so much, but he's got that swarthy kind of swagger look for the bass, and of course Belle Dandy is just cute, and she's got that regal look behind, which makes me kind of think of she's got the same look as Rinko, or at least as Non-chan. Wouldn't you say? She's, well, at least I didn't see much of the previous keyboardist, but everything I've seen of Non-chan and Amber, correct me if I'm wrong, you probably see this too, in any of the Roselia lives that I've seen so far, she's got that very regal look behind the keyboard as she's there. I mean, she's just going to town on those keys, and oh yeah, I can see the drumsticks and Akane. Yeah, I can see it. There'd be weapons in her hand. And I'm surprised she's not going to puncture the drum set as she goes through, knocking those cymbals around. Yeah, no, I like it. Definitely. Yeah, I just retweeted it. Yes. North Star. Huh. My God. Oh, and their big hit song would be Omae wa shinderu. You're already dead. Right? Followed by anything goes martial arts. Oh boy. Those are 2 hit songs. That'd be the coupling track to their first single would be yeah, okay, so what is your favorite anime crossover? Anime crossover. Anime crossover. Define anime crossover. Are we talking about what do you mean by anime crossover? As in, to mainstream? So something like Spirited Away? Are we talking something that's gone to mainstream viewership, that sort of thing? Is that what we're looking at? Tell me more, Stuka. What define exactly what you mean by anime crossover. So no questions, but two separate anime shows this guy. Oh, I see. Shows in whose characters appear in each other's episodes. Oh. I'm trying to think if I've seen anything like that. Shows his characters appear in each other's episodes. Have I run across any crossovers? Huh. I think first, I suppose, do you know if any that have done this? I want to say there was I think there was a show called Hayate Combat Butler that had characters from another show make a cameo. And I didn't catch it at the time, but I think I was reading something like liner notes for an episode. They say, "Oh, the character who shows up here is actually from this other anime," and they're making fun of, it was like a cameo, comedic cameo. So I want to say Hayate the Combat Butler might have done it. Would be one that I can think of. Anything else? I'm trying to think. If there's something else that they've made a crossover. Yeah, I think it was a cameo. And if not, which two shows would you overlap? So I think if it is the one that I'm thinking of, I remember watching a couple episodes of Hayate the Combat Butler, and they had cameos of characters from a different show show up, similar to the characters they played, and it was supposed to be a joke. I think it was characters from Outlaw Star show up as background characters in a scene with one of the characters, and I can't remember exactly what happened, but I remember reading somewhere, "Oh, those are characters from Outlaw Star." And then it came back again when I think Stuka or Jay, you'd mentioned Outlaw Star, and so I'm starting to watch that one. Or not Outlaw Star, Lucky Star. Sorry, Lucky Star. The three girls from Lucky Star show up in an episode in the background of Hayate Combat Butler. So that would be if I think that was what happened. But anyway, that was one. Are there any ones that I've actually seen where they do that? Oh, is it Amagami Brilliant Park? Wasn't the bear the mascot? Didn't he show up in what is it? Crap, I'm blanking on. Oh, what? Dang it! What is that show? I was just in the middle of watching it. Full Metal Panic. Right? Isn't there that Full Metal Panic? There was the bear character in there. I think is homage, or I don't know if it's supposed to be a crossover or meant to be the same character as the bear character in Amagi Brilliant Park. Yeah, Amagami, yes. Yeah, it was one of those. Oh, May, you're back. Anyway, we're talking about anime crossovers. Yeah, Amagami I can't remember which one of those spoofed whom, but I remember going, wait a second, that bear character came from that other one. Or is it that bear character came from the previous one? But that's the one. Yes, if J. So that would be one where they kind of cross over. And again, I'm not sure which one came first. I want to say that Brilliant Park borrowed from Full Metal Panic, because I think he was a fan, or the designer was a fan of the other person, and then the Full Metal Panic guy person said, "Oh yes, you can go ahead and borrow that character," or it could be the other way around. But it was one of those where somebody was a fan of the other character and they allowed that person to use it in a joking manner, in a parody kind of spoofing manner. And if not, but if which two shows would you have overlap? The most recent ones that I've seen would be fun, and I think there was somebody else on the Bandori, Tara, actually put this, and I'm trying to figure out if it is in fact, somebody said it's canon, no pun intended, that the characters or the show Love Live Superstar is supposedly is set in the same universe as Bandori. I'm not sure whether that is the case. I think it's been said, or it's been suggested, that D4DJ is set in the same universe as Bandori because D4DJ has done cover songs of Bandori songs. So that would be kind of fun collaboration to do that with, which could be interesting because three people in D4DJ also play characters in Bandori, so that having them try to do a combined live would be, unless cloning is now in fashion, that would be the only thing. I mean, I can't see Popipa and Piki Piki doing a live together, because Aimee would have to jump back and forth between two different characters. Hey maid, what'd you have for lunch? Tell us. Jay, if you could live in any anime world not on Bandori, where would you live? Oh, that's a fun one. Where would if I could live in any world? It'd be interesting to live in the Bubblegum Crisis future, although that's, it can get pretty dark. Let's see, non-Bandori, if anime world. It'd be a fun one. Ooh, grilled catfish with rice. That sounds tasty. Ooh, very, very cool, very cool. I don't know that I had catfish before. Have I had catfish? I don't think I've had catfish before. Have Kyoko have a jam with... That would be fun. If I had to do a crossover, I would love to see Love Live Superstar and Bandori. That would be kind of a fun thing to have happen. I'm sure Tara would enjoy that. I don't think I've ever had catfish. That just sounds good. Usually I'll have some kind of whitefish. I've had salmon. Salmon's okay. Tilapia is usually the whitefish that I've had. Cod, of course. But I don't think I've tried catfish before. That sounds tasty. That sounds pretty good. Plus rice. You can't go wrong with that, right? Of course not. Can never go wrong with rice, with anything. If you could live in any anime world, non-Bandori. I love how you put that, Jay. If you could cross over, non-Bandori. Your five favorite characters, non-Bandori. Live in any anime world. Definitely, it would definitely be interesting to see, like, the world of Akira, or the world of Bubblegum Crisis, but that gets a little too dark. I would have to say, of the shows that I've seen so far, I would probably pick an isekai. you know, it would be a fun world to live in, and if I could, interact with those characters in the anime, I would love to. I would love to be in Bofuri and just follow the exploits of Maple and Maple Tree, because that would just be, and be like those guys that you see in the chat at the end of each of the episode, going, "Hey, did you guys see that the turtle's back raining hellfire on all the monsters? Oh God, what is she doing next?" I would love to be that group of people talking about what Maple and company are doing next. I think that would be hilarious. I would love to live in that. The other one, where if I was able to interact with the characters of said anime, and be in that, and be one of the students or whatever, yeah, Nisaka. I would do definitely either Bofuri or Gate. Gate had a very interesting world. I mean, aside from all the crap that was going on, with Iwatani and everybody else, but just that world was very interesting. Would love to wander through, and not necessarily as a member of the defense force, but as one of the world's people, kind of like Lele and everybody else that was there. Maybe not an elf, because they all got killed by the dragon, the fire dragon, but live among the people of that world. That'd be really interesting. But definitely Bofuri. Another one that would be fun if I were one of the students in that school, and I had dealings with the main characters, non-Bandori. I would love to be in the same school as, which one am I gonna pick? I would love to be in the same school as Toradora and just watch the two of them, especially from the early episodes. That would be kind of fun. Going, oh, here comes the palm top tiger, and the Yankee, the delinquent, and just see the two of them square off up to, the entire, like, through that entire season. I think that would be fun. Is in Ohashi High School. Yeah, I think that would, an isekai and a high school rom-com. That would be fun. You haven't watched Toradora? Oh my God, so cute! It should be on. I see it on Crunchy, and it's on Netflix. It should be on Netflix. Because I noticed that when I was looking through exactly, yes. I go, oh, there they go again. Oh boy, is it another one? Another dust up. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, watch Toradora. It's very cute. It's a cute show. It's very fun show. Yeah, that would be my, if I were to live in the world of an anime, it would be somewhere between those. An isekai. Yes, watch the rest of it. It's a lot of fun. And I think it is on Netflix and on Crunchyroll. So if you have VRV, go check it out for that, or otherwise jump onto to Netflix. Yeah, so those would be my picks. An isekai and Toradora. So the isekai would either be the Gate, for like a true, into another world, or the VR world of Bofuri, and just hang out with the people going, oh God, what's Maple doing again? Oh, there goes Risa. Flying through the air, killing everybody, and nobody can attack her because she's too fast. Yeah, that would be a lot of fun. All right, who's next? Oh my God, we're reaching 10. It's after 10 o'clock. Let's do another. Let's go until 10:30, and then we'll cap it at that because I've been having too much fun. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying yourselves. Go ahead, throw out some more questions for me. Bring it on. It's all good. All the good stuff. See, because Arisa is going to be here too. Yay! Everybody's favorite. Come on, Arisa. Go see Tonegawa. Go see the bonsai. Or you already sold Tonegawa. You got some other people there. You got some other bonsais that you can take care of. Let's see. What anime character would you never want to run into in a dark alley? Ooh. In a dark alley. Who would I not want to... Anime characters you want to be friends with. Let's see. So first, anime character I would never want to run into in a dark alley. Oh, favorite. Okay, dark alley. I would not want to run into Muriel Bouquet from Noir in a dark alley, especially if I happen to be her target, because I'll be dead. I probably wouldn't even end up in a dark alley. I'd be, somewhere in an office building or whatever on the street, and boom, I'm gone. Her, and I also would not want to run into no, I would not want to run into Muriel Bouquet in a dark alley. Let's see. Anime characters you want to be friends with. Come on, May. Everybody in Bandori. In addition to them, I would like to be friends with the Palm Top Tiger. I would like to be friends with the characters in Beaufry. I would like to be friends with I'd like to be friends with the characters in Tamako Market because they were fun, and the characters in Komi Can't Communicate. So just three or four different shows. I want to be friends with those characters. Those would be my picks. So I don't want to run into Muriel Bouquet in a dark alley. It probably wouldn't be a dark alley, like I said. She'd probably cap me elsewhere as I'm going about my business. Boom, I'm gone. Because, she's an assassin. Anime characters, yes, everybody in Bandori. All 7 bands, of course. I'll just be their supporter. I'll be there with the light sticks, every single one. That's all I would be doing, was go from live house to live house, dub, circle, space, just go back and forth. Oh, it's you again. Hi guys. All right, I'm down. I'll be like that. I'll be like what's his name, Kuma from if my favorite idol went to Budokan, I'd just die. I'd just be like him. Let's see. What's your favorite copyright skirting product or restaurant name? McDonald's. Come on, that's just classic there. And then was it Buckstars is the other one that I've seen. There's another one that they do in one of the other anime. The ones where they play off of McDonald's and Starbucks, because it's always fun to see how they change the logo and the logo, either the actual logo or the typography on the names. It says what are they going to come up with this time? What are they going to switch? Are they going to keep a letter and then just change something else elsewhere? Those two would be those two restaurant names, Starbucks and McDonald's. It's always fun to see what they do. And interestingly enough, there's been some anime that I've seen where they actually use actual products. Like there was one I was watching. I was just watching one. This is a kind of a cool one. McDonald's. I'm watching a cycling anime. There's one called Yowamushi Pedal. It's about a otaku who, for like the longest time, he's been biking 90 kilometers back and forth between school and Akihabara, and the so 45 kilometers each way puts him somewhere near Chiba. So he bikes from Chiba all the way to Akiba and then back somehow on city streets, and he's got enough. Basically, he's worked up enough strength and finds himself being drawn to the high school cycling team, and he becomes a member of the team. But in one of the episodes, he's actually given a bottle of Pocari Sweat, which is an actual drink product. And I thought, oh, that's kind of interesting. They're actually using, so it's one of those. Is it product placement? Did they actually get permission? I'm sure, however it is that they use that, they were actually able to get Pocari to say, oh yeah, we want to be in your anime. So like every single time they have water, it would be Pocari Sweat. So I thought that was kind of fun. McDonald's, that's is. If you were to come up with your own niche anime, what genre would it be, and who would be your main character? Oh, I'm going to. I already have one in mind. If I could, so Stuka and Jay, you guys know about this this. Well, it's not an anime, but this project of mine. For those of you others in the chat, so May and Amber, and if anybody else is watching in stream or listening on stream, back in 2008, I started writing a serial published on the web. So a web fiction serial called a web fiction serial called Cat and Mouse: Guns for Hire. So it's basically cyberpunk about two female mercenaries who take on jobs and get into trouble. They take on more than they can bargain for. It takes place in the year 2042 in a place called Bay City, California, sort of a mishmash of Los Angeles, San Francisco, right in the middle of, right in Central California on the coast. About, I think I have them 2 hours, an hour north of Santa Barbara. I've rebuilt that entire area into a big metropolis. So if I were to come up with, so this was cyberpunk. I called it cyberpunk pulp. So it's sort of a combination of cyberpunk, action, adventure, and that was basically the storyline. So I wrote from 2008 to about 2014. I wrote 20 short stories, 25 short stories, something on the order of 100,000 words, 150,000 words, anyway, total. So about 20 to 30 episodes of these characters' adventures. If I were to come up with an anime, I would produce that. And basically the premise, the style would be something along the lines of Dirty Pair meets Xena meets Gunsmith Cats. For those of you who are familiar with those, it would be Dirty Pair meets Gunsmith Cats in a bubblegum crisis future. So that would be the premise. So there's a little bit of comedy, some action, a little mishmash of both, some serious stuff going on, and then there's some of the lighthearted parts. Unfortunately, not airships, Stuka, although that would be a future one along the lines of Last Exile. But this would be my primary one. The genre would be cyberpunk. So, like I said, Gunsmith Cats meets Dirty Pair in a bubblegum crisis future. So the two characters are these two female mercenaries. Cat, who double wields twin pistols, and Mouse, who wields double wakizashis, so Japanese short swords. If I produce the anime, of course, this is not going to be surprising to most of you. But the two characters, the two leads would of course be I and Maho. Maho would play Mouse, the more excitable of the pair, and then I would play Cat, who's sort of the more cool-headed of the two, and then I would cast accordingly with the other auxiliary characters. But that would be the anime that I would come up with, and provided that I was able to, I would fund 26 episodes and have Kinema Citrus, who were the animators for Starlight, Review Starlight, which happens to be now a division of Bushiroad, do the animation, character design, and all that. Of course, they would be the leads. Yes. Yes. So that would be my anime, and it wouldn't be hard to write the show Bible or the episodes of the show, because I already have 3 seasons. Would there be a beach episode? No, there would not be a beach episode. There may be. I don't even think there's an onsen episode or a bathhouse episode. I may write one in. Maybe that's kind of pushing it too much. Something they may visit a bathhouse as part of a job. Maybe they'll visit an onsen as part of an assignment. They have to go and do that, and a bodyguarding assignment where their client is trying to. Well, I or maho-nee sing. I'll have them sing the theme song. I'll have them sing the OP and ED. They'll do that. There we go. Onsen, yeah. Maybe I'll write an episode in which their client, they have to bodyguard. They become bodyguards for a client. The client decides to go to an onsen. Maybe they have to bodyguard an idol. Okay, idol is being stalked by somebody. I have a similar storyline already in there. It turns out to be a friend of theirs, but there'll be another one. Famous idol wants the best bodyguard. She's kind of a let's say she's one of those idols who's basically crappy to everybody until something happens to her, because she thinks nobody can touch her. So the storyline is she goes to an onsen for a photo shoot or something. They have to follow along. They have to, blend in, and then, stuff happens at the onsen, and, big firefight. The stage play adaptation. Can you imagine? I mean, well, I guess they've done something similar. I mean, we've seen Assault Lily, Last Bullet. They can pretty much get away with fights on stage and all that special effects. I think they do some in was it Road 59? I think that there's some actiony sequences in there, although I'll have to I've only seen highlights from it, and we've seen them do what they can on Review Starlight. But yeah, so the two of them will sing. There'll be a duet for the OP and the ED. Maybe we'll have one of the Bandori groups, maybe Roselia or Roz will do the later ED, and have the two of them keep with the OP. They'll sing the OP, and then we'll have Roz sing one of the EDs for one of the later seasons. You know how they split up sometimes. So we'll split. We'll have Roselia do like the first 12 episodes, and then the next 12 episodes will be Roz, and then maybe we'll have Roselia and Roz do the last, because I've written 3 seasons of stories. They're about 10 or 12 stories each. They can easily be done in multiple episodes. So yeah, if that was to be something, I'd finance that and say, here it's and do a nice one instead of, what is it? What are they talking about? There's 5 million per episode, 5 million US. I'll become very rich and bankroll 10 million per episode or something like that. Don't forget us when you went viral because of oh, of course not. You guys will get first dibs on merch when the stage play comes up, and I'll get you guys tickets, and you'll do backstage visits and all that. Yeah, definitely. I'll get you guys in there. I'll fly everybody out. I'll be rich enough to fly everybody out in my private jet, right? I can rent one. And he goes, okay, we're going to the stage play adaptation. It's going to be in Tokyo, at the same theater where the first Starlight premiered. First review Starlight premiered. That was in Shinjuku, I think it was. There was a theater in Shinjuku. Yeah, and we're all going to go there. We've got opening night tickets. Boom, there you go. Oh, of course, yes, definitely. And then, yeah, definitely perks of being in the inner circle. Yeah, totally. I'll get you guys there. Yeah, you don't have to worry. Just meet at the airport. I'll fly everybody out. I'll get to May. I'll get to Amber, and because we're gonna end up hopping. It'll probably be Small Lear. Yeah, Small Lear. They're rentable. Yeah, so we'll fly out from the U.S. out that way. Although I'm pretty sure by that point, if I'm directing and overseeing all the production, I'll probably be in Tokyo. So I'll have to fly out, come back this way, and then on the way back I can pick up May and Amber, and then there we go, and yeah, definitely we'll do that. So yes, that would be my anime that I would create. Would be Cat and Mouse Guns for Hire. It'll be 3 seasons. Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. So that would be my yes, that would be a definite masterpiece. There'll be a manga as well, right? A light novel. Well, I'll probably it'll be the light novels that I've written, with new illustrations and stuff. I'll get somebody to work on the manga for me. Oh yeah, I'll be going all over. I'd be going all over. Yeah, definitely. You guys have to be ready though. So Amber, you got to get to the airport, and then it'll be, and I'll tell you, you got to get to this terminal. It'll be a private terminal. You won't have to fly commercial, because you'll be a private. I'm not sure where the private terminals are at Aquino International Airport. And then May, you'll have to tell me where you are. We'll fly to the airport near you. You just get to the airport, and then we'll take you. It'll probably be like an overnight thing. We'll get hotels in Tokyo. Yeah, you guys you'll be here. We'll have the entire floor of a hotel, or at least an entire wing of a hotel. We got these 5 rooms here. We're good to go, one after the other. Right? We'll have a go bag. Oh yeah, definitely have a go bag. You go. This is your. Well, it's got all the important stuff in there, right? You got your go bag. Boom! Just hop on the plane. We'll go. There'll be food on the plane, of course. I'll make sure it's catered and everything. So yeah, it'll be all good. I'll come fetch you guys. You just make sure your passports are ready when the time does come. I've been looking for quality successor to Gunsmith Cat, so I'm waiting. I don't know that there's actually a quality successor to, at least not so far, to Gunsmith Cats. I mean, it's its own thing. I'm still looking for the other graphic novels, the other manga collections, because I've got 3 of them, and I want to finish up the rest of it. Most of them are kind of expensive right now, so I'm trying to find when the prices go down. Have a huge banner with our names on it so we can see. Oh, you mean when you get to the airport? Oh, no. I just make sure that I've got your number and say, okay, you go here, and that's the plane that you want. Because it's going to land, you'll probably just come out from the terminal onto the airfield and then come up, because you're going to have stairs. You don't need banners. If you need a ride to the airfield, to the airport, by that point I'll probably be enough that I will hire a car to go get you, right? So there'll be a car will pick you up at your house and say, guy in the tuxedo and in a suit, and say, I'm here to pick up Amber, I'm here to pick up May for wherever you guys happen to be, and they'll drive you to the airport, right? And then you just drive you onto the field and go, oh, there's your plane. You just get out and go up the air stairs onto the plane, okay, and then we take off, right? There you go. Easy peasy. You don't need a huge banner. It'll be a guy will come pick you up at your house and then take you to the airport. That's it. That's all. It's nice and easy. It'll be all copacetic that way. Quality successor gun. Yeah. The closest, although it's not the same thing, but yeah, noir. If you want to check it out, it's dark and it starts off kind of slow, but I've enjoyed. No, Jay. No, not those kind of stairs. They're not going to be that far up. It's just going to be one flight. You don't have to go into this huge thing and then have somebody rattle off something to you before you fight. No, there's not going to be any fighting in the plane. We'll be listening to Bandori. We'll be listening to Poppy on the plane. So Poppy and Roselia, maybe some Hatto Happy, a little Afterglow. Yeah, because it's a 16-hour flight from here out toward Japan. We'll have to stop in the Philippines. We'll have to stop over by May to get them. Yeah, so we got lots. There'll be movies, lots of anime that you can. It'll be downloaded onto an iPad or something or a tablet, and then you would just watch. We'll stream from the plane. Yeah, it'll be fun. We'll stream some episodes from the plane. We'll stream some movies. It's all good. It'll be fine. There'll be lots of room for everybody. It's gonna be awesome. So we'll go to the stage production. Yeah, you'll get dibs on merch, like I said. And then the after show talk that they do sometimes. It's all gonna be awesome. Totally. Okay, where are we at? 10:35. We are at 10. Oh my God, we're at 10:35. You've been chatting for that long. You guys still up for chatting some more? Let me know. You got more questions for me? Because I'm still raring to go if you guys are. Let's see. What's popping up on Ooh. Let's see. We have some more on Twitter. What's this? Yeah, Joshua, who is here, he's a friend. He's a writer friend of mine. Says, thanks to Abner Senires, I'm demanding they play yakety sax when they put my casket in the ground. I just retweeted that. That's hilarious. Love it. And of course, North Star. That would be so much fun if that actually gets done. And then the first thing, yeah, we'll go to that concert too, right? Get somebody cosplay as the characters, and actually sing symphonic metal band. That would be righteous. Oh man. Yeah, the closest successor I would have to say to Gunsmith Cats would be Noir. Very different tone. And then the closest thing to it, if you want to check out Dirty Pair. Not exactly the same thing, and it's an older one, but again, that was one of the inspirations for Gunsmith Cats. Also, Xena Warrior Princess. So You know, you have a pick of many different inspirations there. Okay. Well, if not, that's okay. Uh, it might not have been your thing, Stuka. So no worries. Let's see. I also tried getting into Gunslinger Girl. It wasn't catching for me. I thought that would be another try. So and just for whatever reason, it was just not it was not gelling. It was not gelling with me. So oh yeah, the OP was great for noir. Oh, does it get dark in a hurry? Okay, I didn't get past the first episode, and I wanted to like it. It was one of those I wanted to like it too, but it something about it just wouldn't gel for me. So I ended up dropping it. And the same thing happened. I think I mentioned it to you, and I think I mentioned it on stream before. Another one that I wanted to like because of the subject matter, Girl with a Gun, was Black Lagoon, but I could not get past. I've tried it 3 times. I can't get past the 3rd episode for whatever reason. It just won't. After the 3rd episode, I'm like, I'm not really interested in watching anymore. So that kind of frustrated me because Revy seems like a fun character, but from everything that I could see, she just wasn't. She didn't get that interesting to me. So, I mean, aside from having a pair of Berettas that she wields, that was about it. It was like, not really, not feeling it, as the kids say nowadays. I didn't feel it. I couldn't feel me. So, all right. Any more questions? What else you got? What pressing information do you want to pry out from the depths of my brain? If there's still any depths that you wish to plumb. Yeah, no Utena stairs to the plane. Oh, did it? Yeah, I mean, there was a big shoot 'em up in one of the early episodes, and that was kind of fun. But like I said, after the 3rd one, it was just that was the one where they were out in the with the mangroves. They were going through, I think, like a river system or something like that. It wasn't. I think that was the one. Yeah, it just wasn't. It didn't. It was there wasn't enough to catch me. Something about it was not working for me. So I ended up setting it aside. I may try for a 4th time and see. Maybe 4th time's a charm. I would have thought 3rd time's a charm, and see if I get any further than 3 episodes. Again, like with some of these things I've mentioned in the past, it was just the time and the place and mindset, because there are some where I couldn't get into it the first time. 2nd time I binge, like the entire season. So there is a possibility. So if it didn't work the first time, but again, like I said, this one is 3 times and it did not take. So I mean, I definitely try for a 4th time. Do you think any anime would make a good live action movie, or is it just Netflix that messes it up? I actually enjoyed Battle Angel Alita, and I remember reading the manga or at least the translation of the manga, a long time ago. I didn't read the entire thing. I read maybe the first, because at the time when it first came out, it wasn't in a full collection. So I remember reading the first, I think like first 5 or 6 issues. It came out in like, I think I want to say 20, like comic book issues is what I remember Battle Angel coming out in. And I think I remember reading the first 6 or 7 issues when it came out. I bought them. Came out at the comic store. They come out every 2 weeks, I think it was. And I think it was just the first arc that I think they eventually brought out. I think there's like 4 or 5 volumes of the full manga that are collected. At least that's what I've seen at Barnes and Noble. I think there might be more, but I remember there's at least 4 or 5. I mean, these are good sized volumes for each one. I think it might have been the first or second arcs that I read. It might have been just the first arc. And I remember the style and how the manga looked. And I think they were able to replicate the spirit of the manga and the story in a 2-hour movie. I mean, for a movie, there's only so much you can do in a 2-hour period to pull in the story of, something that's, like 6 or 7 volumes or 24 volumes or however the hell many volumes the full story is. More often than not, it's probably best to try and go with a mini-series that brings in the story. I mean, even manga to anime, there's some things that it will not get done, which I'm sure you've seen if you've read manga and then looked at the anime and say, hey, wait, that's that storyline, but they missed this whole entire section where they deal with these characters or whatnot. So there's always that switch up between one medium to the next. Whether it's Netflix messing it up, I don't know. It seems like it might have been a case of Netflix not giving enough time, not giving the show enough time. I mean, aside from all the hate, I started watching it, and I enjoyed what I'd seen of the first episode. I can't remember if I finished it or if I just wanted to check it out a little bit. It looked interesting enough. I would have wanted to watch more. I think a lot of it depends. I think it can be done. It can be done well. I mean, if you want an example of anime making it to a live action movie, we can look at it in the same way that a comic book gets turned into a movie. Look at the iterations of Spider-Man. The Tobey Maguire one was good for what it was, and then you come up with the Tom Holland Spider-Man, which in my opinion completely blows the Maguire movie out of the water. That was, Tom Holland is who Spider-Man. Tom Holland is Spider-Man in my view. I think he really encompasses the character that I had always imagined. I think Tobey Maguire sort of had it, and I think for the time it worked, but I think Tom Holland personifies Spider-Man the way I remember seeing him and the way he lives in my head. In terms of the comics that I've read when I was a kid to some that I'd read as an adult, young adult, college, and so on. So I think it can be done. I think if you stay true to the spirit of the original medium and use all the elements that you're able to from the anime and put it on screen, it can be done. I think it can be done. I don't think it's just Netflix. I think the problem with Netflix is, from what I've heard, they will take shows and then even after a season, I don't know what their basis for canceling certain shows are, Maybe it's because they expect it to have a high rating right off the bat, as opposed to finding its audience and finding its momentum. Sometimes shows will take 1 or 2 seasons, maybe 3 seasons before they find their following, and then after that, their fan base gets so rabid that you talk about any kind of we're going to cancel after season 5. Hell no, we're going to protest, right? I mean, Supernatural, 17 seasons, right? You've got some Supernatural, 17, 16 seasons. It was over. I mean, talk about a rabid fan base, right? NCIS is still going on. I think they're on season 18, maybe 19. That's got a rabid fan base as well, too. And when you look at the early ones, it looks like it may not have lasted as much as long as it did. I think a lot of it, you need time, and it could just be that Netflix wasn't giving it the time that it needed to find the audience for it. At least for I think you're probably referring to Cowboy Bebop. I definitely think you can make a good live action anime. I think it just depends on who the people making it are. Again, we go back to the movie that shall not be named, from certain benders. I don't think for as much as he said he was a fan, I don't think he brought the spirit of the series into the movie, because it just completely got lost in translation. Yeah, exactly. The fan base, the fan base works its way. It's got to find the fan base. It's got to. I think there some networks, Fox. I'm looking at you, Firefly. They expect the fan base to develop overnight. There's some shows don't work that way. It could be when it airs, when people find out about it. It's always word of mouth is the best way to spread your fan base and to find your fan base, social media and so on. But it needs time. So for a show, if you're looking for a show that will have longevity, you got to get the fan base going first, and then that's where you're gonna get the power to let the show continue and get better and so on. In addition to having good writing and good writers and good showrunners, good cast, to make everything work. You want the fan base there, and I think in the case of Cowboy Bebop, despite the fact that we had a lot of haters, you just needed to let it find its fans. I'm sure there are going to be people who would rabidly, who may not have seen the anime before, glom onto the live action, say, "Oh, that's the best thing I've ever seen. Oh, was it an anime?" And then go backwards, kind of go in reverse. But I think I think that you can make a good live action movie from an anime. Battle Angel Alita was not an anime, but it was a manga. Similar thing. I remember watching bits and pieces of Full Metal Alchemist. I'd seen the original anime. I haven't seen Brotherhood, but I remember getting through, I think, the first 20 episodes of the original anime. It's whatever episode when they finally get to the city and start, doing stuff there. When Alphonse and his brother get to the city, I think I left off there, and then it petered out for me for whatever reason. I can't remember why. And then I saw bits and pieces of the movie, the live action movie, and it looked really good. I think they were able to capture, having your brother in a suit of armor and not have it look like it's cheesy makeup, guy in a rubber suit, kaiju, early Godzilla, which, gets played for fun. I think it worked. I didn't see the full movie because I think it was on Netflix for a little bit and then it disappeared. I would like to see it and kind of compare what I remember, but I think it can work. Again, depends on who's creating it, who's writing, who's directing, who's putting everything together. Definitely can do a good live action movie from an anime or a manga or what have you. So that is my answer. Kind of long-winded for that one, but just you grab a whole bunch of different things all together. I'm looking at the clock here. We're about to close on 11 o'clock. I think I don't know about you, but I can hear my voice getting kind of tired. I don't know. I'm sure some of you may be getting to that point as well. I think we can call it from there. That was a lot of fun, guys. I enjoyed chatting with you, just sitting here, shooting the shit, as the kids say nowadays, shooting the breeze. We might do another one of these down the line. Just go ahead and pack up all the questions that you want to ask me. You can start off with the hard ones like you guys did earlier today. That was a lot of fun. So next stream will be next week. Hopefully there'll be material to talk about, since we're going to be talking about what I'm going to see out of Dress Up Darling, Akebi Sailor Uniform, Strongest Sage. Yes, you guys are welcome. I was happy to answer the myriad of questions. Also, the other ones that I'm gonna, hopefully by that time I'll finish up Uma Musume, Taisho Otomi Fairy Tale, and a bunch of other ones that I was talking about last time. Thank you guys for joining the chat tonight. Thank you for the questions. So I'm probably planning on another one somewhere down the line. So if you guys come up with some more questions that you want to grill me with, go right ahead. I'll open it up again, and I'll see everybody next week, because I think right now I'm kind of in this particular mood
時間
here.
あるな。寝よう。
And I think most of us are at that point too. So once again, thanks for coming to the stream. You guys were a lot of fun. Thank you, Amber, May, Stuka, Jay, Josh. Glad he was able to come to the stream. I think I talked to him before a while back, and he's East Coast, so 3-hour difference. So, but it was great to have him here. Hopefully he'll get a chance to come back. To all my lurkers out there, I hope you enjoyed lurking. Come into the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. We'll see you next week. And everybody have a good night, a good afternoon, and we'll see you here next time for another episode, for episode 26 of Anime Show. We'll see you next week, everybody. Good night.